Now students, let us start with the new lesson, that is circle. And in this session we will see some basics of circles that we have studied in the lower classes and in the 9th standard. First of all, see what is circle. Circle is the locus of such points which are equidistant from a fixed point. Here are 2-3 points to be noted: locus, equidistant, and fixed points. Circle is the locus. Locus means what? Collection of points. Collection of points. Which points? Which are equidistant. Equidistant from what? That are from fixed points. So circle is a locus of all such points which are equidistant from a fixed point. Here let this point be a fixed point, and this length is fixed length. This distance is fixed distance. So from this fixed point I draw another line segment of the same distance. So this is the another line segment which is of fixed distance. Now I take another point at a fixed distance and join them. So this distance and this distance, these distances are equal. Similarly, I drew another line segments which are at equidistant from this fixed point. This point we have taken as fixed point. So this distance is equal, this distance is equal. So the point, this point, this point, this point, this point, and all these points are at equal distance from this fixed point. And if we collect all such points, then we get this figure, and this figure is called as a circle. And this fixed distance is called as the radius. So here this is called as the radius. And therefore this point, this line segment is called as the radius. This will be also called as the radius, and this will be also called as the radius. So all the radii of the same circle are of equal length, and this point is called as the center of the circle. So this fixed point is the center of the circle. Now remember some other things that are related to circle. Here it is a line joining 2 points on a circle is known as chord of the circle. Second point is that a line which intersect a circle in 2 distinct points is called secant of a circle. This is a circle, and this line segment is joining the 2 points on the circle. This is the line segment that joins the 2 points on the circle, and therefore this line segment is called as the chord of the circle. So a line joining 2 points on a circle is known as the chord of the circle. Then here this line is passing through the 2 distinct points, 2 different points of a circle, then such line is called as the secant of the circle. So secant of a circle, a line which intersect a circle in 2 distinct points. This is the line that intersect the circle in this point and at this point, and so this is called as the secant of the circle. Now the next is any line segment passing through the center of the circle and having its 2 end points on the circle is called as the diameter of the circle, and the length of the diameter is twice the radius of the circle. This is a circle, and a line segment that passes through the center of the circle. If this point is the center of the circle and this line segment passes through the center of the circle and having end points on the circle is called as the diameter of the circle, and this diameter is twice the radius of the circle, because this part will be radius and this part will be radius, and therefore together total length will be twice of the radius. That diameter divides the circle into two equal parts. Now here is the another definition. An arc whose length is less than the semicircular arc is called minor arc, and if greater than the semicircular arc is called as the major arc. Students, first we will see what is semicircular arc. Here it is a circle on the screen and it is a diameter because it joins the two points of the circle and passes through the center if this point is the center. Then this diameter divides the circle into two equal parts. Then this distance is called as the semicircular arc. So this is called as the semicircular arc, and this is also called as the semicircular arc. Now see the definition of minor arc. An arc whose length is less than the semicircular arc is called as the minor arc. Less than this semicircular arc. See, this is the circle and this arc is less than the semicircular arc, means it is less than the half of the circle, and therefore this arc is called as the minor arc, and the remaining this arc is of course greater than the semicircular arc, because semicircular arc is this much, and since it is greater than semicircular arc, it is called as the major arc, and this is called as the minor arc. Now let us see the another definition. The region enclosed by an arc of a circle and its two bounding radii is called as the sector of the arc. Now this is the circle and these are the two radii of the circle, and this is the portion bounded by these two radii and the arc, this arc and these two radii, and this is the portion that is bounded by these two radii and this minor arc. Then this portion is called as the sector of the circle. So this is the sector of the circle. Now the next definition is when two arcs are equal, that is each is semicircle, then both segments and both sectors become the same and each is known as the semicircular region. Here is a circle on the screen, and this portion is exactly half portion of the circle, and then this is called as the semicircular region. This portion is also called as the semicircular region, and this semicircular region is half that of the total area of the circle. Now what is quadrant? Here this portion is called as a quadrant. Quadrant is a 1/4 portion of the circle. Semicircular region is the half portion of the circle, and the quadrant is a 4th portion of the circle. So this is the 4th part of the circle, and therefore the area of this quadrant will be 1/4 of the area of the circle. And therefore 1/4 of a circle is called as the quadrant of a circle. Now students, we have seen the basics of the circle, the basic definitions related to the circles that will be definitely helpful to you as far as the chapter circle is concerned. This knowledge will also be helpful to you in a mensuration part 1, which is in the essay 2 syllabus, that is surface areas and areas of the circle. Thank you very much.